Ladies and gentlemen, aliens and others, welcome to the Shut Your Mouth Lounge. My name is Pink Sparkle Puff. I am joined by Atty the Hero, and we are missing our compatriot Alex, who is moving houses or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's fighting up
But
to his prime right now.
probably. But yes, welcome to the aforementioned Shut Your Mouth Lounge.
Yes. So,
Yes.
Pink,
Yes.
anything coming out on your channel?
Not that I'm aware of. I've not been doing anything this past week. I'll probably be doing stuff this upcoming week because I'm finally probably going to be a little bit more free. So if I do get anything done, it's probably just going to be the standard Fallout and Dead by Daylight. So expect that, but at the moment there's nothing planned for that.
Yeah. Well, on my end, I think I've said this, but the script is done for the next review I'm gonna be working on. But I've been sick, so shit's kind of on hold. I can talk
Yeah,
for the most part now, so I could do a stream now. Maybe we'll see how stuff lines up.
nice.
But best that I haven't been able to do like actual voice work because for the most part, it's too harsh to say that I didn't have a voice, but also like I would like to not sound like a jazz singer in the middle of scatting. So you know, like it has its uses, but I'm not making music, sadly. So not really the best sound.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, once I'm done working on this one review that's gonna be probably like 3 minutes long, that I've been working on for a month, mind you. After that, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. So,
Fair enough.
but yeah. And then as for the group channel, well, we have it. Finally, it's here.
What
Spider-Man
is it?
ends this Monday.
Spider-Man ends.
Yes,
End of an era.
yes. On to recording Miles Morales.
Yep. Yeah. We'll do that someday.
Someday,
Definitely.
yeah. But yeah. Spider-Man ends. The way it begins with death. Then,
Yeah, sounds right.
then on Tuesday, we have a Best of Stray compilation coming out.
Nice.
And funnily enough, the Best of compilation is only a slight bit longer than an episode. So so hey, shouldn't take you on a lot of time. And that's it. We don't have a video for Friday because we ran out.
Womp womp.
And then yeah, I believe that is it. So
All
Pink,
right.
what have
What
you been
have
doing?
I
Yeah.
been up to? That is an excellent question. Let's see. We had Thanksgiving this week, so there was a lot of cooking and baking and stuff like that going on. And then outside of the Thanksgiving stuff, Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving. And have you ever seen the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I think we watched that Thursday evening
Why?
because it's a Black Friday movie.
Ah. Yeah. That no Black Friday. Should go with that plot Mart Cart. Best
Exactly.
movie.
Exactly. I have a soft spot for that movie, definitely. Sequel sucked ass though. Never watch it if you can avoid it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, and I probably
Don't make sure that evil never comes to pass.
speaking of
Speaking of what?
part I I found the fucking the cover for the movie. I'll see if I can send it your way.
All right. Oh, let me open up the chat
Yeah,
thing. I like the random ass TTs down at the bottom.
yeah, it's on his TTs.
This is true. This is very true. Cart Jart, Part Blart, Mart Cart. It's it's a sight to behold. That is for
Yeah,
certain. But yeah, the family watched that Thursday evening. I want to say I didn't stick around for the whole thing because I probably had other things to do, like tend to the doggo or whatever else I did on Thursday evening because I don't even remember. Oh wait, did I? No, I didn't watch anything else on Thursday. So yeah. Black Friday was the day after that, and I unintentionally went Black Friday shopping because it was like 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and my brother comes up to me and is like, "Hey, want to go shopping? You can give me a Christmas present." I'm like, "Sure, that sounds fun." My mind completely blanking on the fact that it's Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So, yeah, we spent 30 minutes driving up to the city and over to the mall, and then when we get to the mall, I noticed that the parking lot is just
on
jam
fire.
packed, and then yeah, and then I realized, oh wait, yesterday was Thanksgiving, it's Black Friday. Now I gotta contend with all these Black Friday shoppers. Oh no, oh no.
Yeah,
So
I imagine
yeah,
you did that one episode from Dexter's Lab where the mom takes them shopping and then the fucking the like gloves are on clearance, so she finds this other mom in the middle of the store.
yeah, yeah. I didn't even get anything when I went shopping that day, so that was a total bust. But yeah, it was fun to walk through the mall, I suppose. You know, get some exercise. I don't do that enough already. You know, walking every day outside all day long with my dog.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah. um, let's see. After Black Friday, came Saturday, which was yesterday at the time of this recording. And on Saturday, we had the War Games, the premium live event, Survivor Series War Games this year. No traditional 8-on-8 tag team action or whatever it is, which I don't miss that. That was always kind of stupid. Um, but they gave us War Games this year on the main roster, no longer bound by the shackles of NXT. And I missed the first 30 or 40 so minutes. I don't know how much I missed honestly because I just know that I missed some of the beginning. So when I tuned in, it was the women's war game match with Damage Control et al. And Team Bianca. Couldn't tell you who all was on what team because I don't even remember. But that had a lot of fun spots in it. It was a very enjoyable spot fest. Um, the war games itself really suffers from there are times when it's obvious that there's coordination going on because it's a bunch of people in a ring trying to get their spots together, but also trying to be mindful of the clock that is ticking down to introduce more participants into the match. So you get these kind of awkward lulls where they're doing something with the intent that, oh yeah, somebody else is gonna come down in 90 seconds or so. So we need to keep in mind when these people are coming down to the ring because they're gonna be setting up the next spots that we're gonna work through. And the current spot that we're working through right now isn't gonna work until that person gets here. So there'll be plenty of times where it's like counting down, oh, 15 seconds left, and then you got your two or three participants kind of just buying time in the corner turnbuckle, like, all right, send him down, send him down faster. We
so,
need to get the spot done.
sounds like the elimination chamber.
Yep, yep. Both those matches, really any match where the wrestlers have to keep in mind their time limit or the countdown into what will dictate what happens next. It it always suffers from that kind of lull where they're waiting on the clock
Yeah,
or waiting for somebody to get down there. So yeah, if you can look past that, which is unfortunately very noticeable, the War Games itself is actually a very fun match to see a bunch of nonsense go down. They're not technical masterpieces, but they're fun for what they are. And
yeah,
I can't wait to see them included in 2K23. Oh boy. That's totally gonna happen, isn't it? Isn't it?
yeah.
Isn't it?
Just like we have the Punjabi prison in 22.
Exactly. There's no way 2K lets us down. Ever. So, Women's War Games was very fun to watch. A lot of unfortunate looking spots. There was a moment in the match where Nikki Cross had handcuffs and she handcuffed Alexa Bliss, and she was going to handcuff Alexa Bliss to the cage, but the tables turn and Alexa instead handcuffs herself to Nikki Cross for reasons? Question mark. And then they put each other through a trash can with an electric chair drop. So that was fun to watch, but it was also unfortunately very amusing because the way that the handcuff locks around Alexa Bliss's wrist, it it doesn't it doesn't what's the word I'm looking for? Cinch down all the way. So basically, while Nikki Cross quote unquote locked the handcuff, it didn't squeeze all the way around to fix itself around Alexa's wrist. It basically stops at the first loop. So while it's assembled and it's a handcuff and it's not going to unlock itself, Alexa is clearly not attached to the handcuff whatsoever. She could slide her hand right out, no problem. So she was literally hanging on to the handcuff to make sure it didn't fly off her wrist. So
Now
it's
it's
like
fine. It's fine. Alexa has to break her pinky to get out of the handcuff, as you can clearly see.
she literally had to do nothing. She almost slid out of it multiple times on accident.
Imagine if that was a spot though. Like they lock the handcuffs on. She has to break her pinky to get out. She then complains to the ref that she broke her pinky.
That'd be hardcore.
Yeah, that that should have been Sin Cara's last match.
Would have been great at it.
Yeah,
Um, there was a moment where Io Sky, she was draped in between the two the top rope and bottom rope, so kind of like set up for a 619, and I believe who was it? I think it was Becky Lynch that then slid the trash can over top of her and delivered a diving leg drop from the top rope to the kind of prone Io Sky within a trash can. So this actually marks the second time Io Sky has been put in a trash can in a War Games match,
it's her
which
spot.
I thought,
It's her
yeah,
trophy
yeah,
spot.
not the same spot actually, because the first time Io put herself in a trash can on top of the cage and then jumped off the cage in the trash can onto the competitors below, which that's a phenomenal spot, and I'd like to see 2K include that in 2K23, and it's totally gonna happen because they'll never let me down. But this time she was not willfully and willingly self-inflicting the trash can upon herself. That was the doing of Becky Lynch. She looks adorable in it though. It's kind of funny. Let's see.
EO Sky's next gimmick is being Oscar the Grouch.
I would pay good money to see that. The match comes to a conclusion when Becky and Bianca hit their finishers on damage control, all three of them. Not simultaneously, but, over the course of 10-15 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they prop up Io Sky and why did the name slip from my brain? Dakota Kai up onto a table. Bailey gets thrown into this cage to be taken out of the match. And Becky Lynch does a diving leg drop from the top of the cage onto the rest of the damage control on top of the table. They go through it, get the pin. 1, 2, 3. Match over. Good guys win. and I thought it was a fun match. I did not keep up with any of the goings ons leading into the War Games match. So to me, it's just a bunch of faces versus a bunch of heels with nothing really else on the line or no dramatic stakes involved. So I, you know, I don't know what to feel about the match.
Yeah.
Dramatically, it does nothing for me. Spot wise, there was a lot of fun shenanigans going on in the match, so it was good. And I won't run through the entirety of the card because I don't have my phone. I don't have Google on me, so I don't remember completely what all happened last night.
I mean, I can look it up if you
But
want.
you can sure go ahead.
All
Well,
right.
actually, let me. I've got my. I'm looking at my computer and I can Google it myself. I don't know why I was relying on my phone there. It's just kind of a force of habit.
All right. So yeah, AJ Styles defeated Finn Balor.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. That was a very Japan match. So
It had the fucking Bullet Club in it. Of course, it was a Japan match.
yeah. It's like your mileage will vary on that one.
Then Rousey defeated Shotzi.
Yes, this was a phenomenal match. Probably the match of the night for me. Uh what can I say about that match? Shotzi Blackheart versus Ronda Rousey. We knew it was gonna suck going into it, but boy oh boy did they deliver. Sucked even harder than I could have possibly imagined. It it was a mess. It was a freaking mess. Whew. So at one point during Blackheart and Rooster, uh, Shotzi goes for an apron DDT. Not the safe one, mind you. She's Shotzi Blackheart, so she's got to do a springboard up over the ropes and then perform her apron DDT. So as she's got Rooster in the headlock for the DDT, and they're going down, Shotzi clearly overshoots the apron and will be falling to the floor. And while Rooster could just do the apron bump normally and ignore the fact that Shotzi's flying out to the floor, instead she holds on to the top rope, lets Shotzi fall down to the floor, and then kind of does a shitty looking bump from the apron to the floor herself. Because she was supposed to take the DDT there. She didn't because she hung on. Was probably too afraid to actually potentially mess that up because she's green as all get out. So yeah, that was the highlight, and really the highlight of both of their careers. Really sums up their talents in one 2 second clip. It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty.
I mean,
I
going by
think I'm
the going by the setup that you said they had, I'm kind of hoping that Rousey held onto the top rope, let Shotzi fly, and it just did the Van Damme DDT cell on the apron, but no one's there.
I wish they did the Van Damme DDT cell, but unfortunately, no. Let me actually. I know I saw the GIF on Twitter, so I'm gonna jump over to Twitter real quick and just Google up Shotzi,
All right,
and then I'm sure I'll find it.
all right. Excuse me as I fucking.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Hey,
Twitter.
I can speak again. Maybe for the next
Nice.
20 minutes. So
One of the top search results: Shotzi botch.
nah,
Oh,
that's
right
gonna have a
here.
lot of hits.
Yep, yep, yep. Let's. How do I copy from Twitter? I don't remember.
You can copy the
Uh,
URL.
whoops! I just added the tweet to my bookmarks. Copy link to tweet. Do, 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 do. I'll put it in the general voice chat
All
area.
right.
Oh, media could not be played. Let's. Well, the link is there, so you can click it and
Yeah,
go
I
straight to
can.
Twitter, and it'll play there.
It's playing fine on my end.
Okay, so it didn't play fine on mine, but
What
I
the
guess
actual
that's just
fuck?
uh huh, uh huh.
Okay, so the
It's a
good
thing of beauty.
Shotzi enlisted the ghost of Raven to hit the Rousey with the fucking the impaler or whatever.
Even flow.
Yeah, the even flow. But he was doing it to the other side.
What really cracks me up is the bump that Rooster takes isn't even the safest bump she could take because she nearly flips herself over. And it's like, clearly halfway, Shotzi is no longer an aspect of that bump because she's fallen to the apron. Fallen off the apron, pardon me.
She's falling through the
Really
apron.
over the apron and just to the floor.
She's gonna go and meet Hornswoggle.
Yeah. So once Shotzi is off of Rousey and on basically on the floor at that point, Rousey then tries to do like a forward roll into the apron, but doesn't have any momentum at all. So she just kind of hits the back of her head and neck area on the apron and then falls over onto the floor. It's just like, what were you? I don't understand.
Like this
How
is what
can anybody be this bad?
I look at this and then I'm just like, man, Shawn Michaels would have fucking like just owned this, because like it's not even a thing of like Shawn Michaels would have taken the bump, the head bump to begin with, or figured out something that works better. But like even if he was in the fucking the predicament that Rousey is in, Michaels oversold a lot of things for comedic effect. I can fucking see him hanging on like Rousey and then just doing a fucking like a moonsault out of it and then falling on his back next to fucking Shotzi.
Yeah. Uh,
Because like at that point you might as well just just ham it up.
yeah.
Like
Like,
there's no setting that realistically.
not really. Most people would be willing to sell the apron DDT if that happened. And yeah, there are plenty of luchadors, on 205 Live where they would tend to mess up their moves all the time, but they'll still sell the flying head scissors even if they didn't connect.
Yeah.
So it looks awkward, but they're still selling it. Rousey, like she hung on to the top rope, not wanting to take the bump. Then remembered she was supposed to take the bump. Then tried to do a crappy little forward roll and failed that too. And it's like, I don't know what the thought process there was, but it was the highlight of the night for that match. And the only thing worth noting during the entirety of their 5 minutes in the ring.
But yeah, then Austin Theory defeated Waluigi and Bobby Lashley for the United States title.
Yes, that's as far as triple threats go. Most of the time they're kind of ass, but I thought that this one was kind of all right. It wasn't great, and it wasn't terrible either. But they did a good job of portraying Bobby Lashley as a kind of monster threat. They did a good job of portraying Seth Rollins as a wily veteran. And they did a good job of portraying Austin Theory as kind of a loose cannon who,
So
on
he
one hand,
did he pull a gun on set?
Theory's 316. No guns were used at all last night, which was unfortunate. I think that would have really put Survivor Series over the top.
Yeah,
So
it would have put the Survivor into Survivor Series.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, they did a good job of kind of keeping the Theory's character in between characters because he's not the self-obsessed selfie taking type of guy anymore because he's kind of lost his big shot at the main event with his Money in the Bank briefcase, and that quote unquote changed him. But he's not like the super aggressive, monstrous maniac that he was a couple Monday Night Raws ago when he finally quote unquote snapped. So they're kind of riding the line in between those two things. So I think that's been good character development for him. And the finish to the match was phenomenal because it ends when Seth Rollins goes to do his superplex Falcon Arrow combination. So he does the superplex to Austin Theory, lifts him back up for the Falcon Arrow. Bobby Lashley spears Rollins, and how do they take Lashley out of the match? I think no, he doesn't get taken out of the match. So before all that happened, Lashley was on the receiving end of the stomp. So the stomp comes, then the superplex Falcon Arrow. But so when Lashley spears Rollins during the Falcon Arrow, Lashley is taken out not by any outside force, but just because he's still selling the stomp from earlier.
Yeah.
So he's slow to get to the cover to capitalize on the spear. But because Theory was up in the air with Rollins when Rollins got speared, he falls to the ground, goes for the cover on Rollins after he's been speared, and steals the match via Lashley's spear. So Lashley is livid at the outcome. Rollins is devastated at the outcome, and Theory is ecstatic because just 1 week ago he lost his, or maybe 2 weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago he lost his Money in the Bank briefcase trying to cash in on Rollins, which was thwarted by Lashley. And tonight, or last night rather, he got his comeuppance against both of them. So I thought, story wise, that was a very very good match. Actual match entertainment wise, there were some fun spots, but it was a triple threat, and triple threats are usually kind of meh.
Yeah. And then the the bloodline continues to take over all WWE.
Yes, this happened. The men's war games. I noted it last night in our Discord, but the men's war games match had a lot less fun spots, but a lot more fun dramatic spots or storytelling spots. Because leading up to this match, the big question was, where does Sami Zayn's loyalties lie? Even though, like, canonically speaking, I don't think Sami and Kevin have really been on speaking terms since, like, NXT. What I like about Sami and Kevin is that whenever they're on screen together, the commentators, the WWE, they're always selling their past friendship, even though they've probably been rivals more often than they've been friends in the WWE. They had like one run together where they were buddy buddy, and that was a couple years ago during it wasn't too long ago, but yeah, 1 or 2 years ago. And Sammy was doing his conspiracy gimmick, and I believe Kevin was kind of working off that as well. I think it was before Stunner Kevin, but not not too far away from that era. So it was fun to watch all the drama unfold with Sami Zayn specifically because that was a big X factor in the match. And there were a lot of great moments with him. At one point in the match, Jay, who absolutely despises Sammy, goes for a super kick on one of the Brawling Brutes. I don't remember which member of the team it was. Might not even been one of those guys to begin with, but it doesn't really matter because Jay misses and hits the super kick on Sammy. And Jimmy freaks out because he just took out Sammy. And Jay's like, shut up, man. He probably deserved it. So that was a great drama moment there. And then another great dramatic moment is at one point, Jey Uso is locked, well, not locked, but in between the ropes and the steel cage, and is about to be drop kicked by somebody. And Sammy pulls him out of the way last minute, and he's like, "Hey, I got you, man." And Jay's like, "No, shut up. I don't like you." And they continue to kind of tease the either Jay or Sammy is gonna turn on the other. Kind of. More so Jay. Sammy was in that match kind of working like a madman trying to get Jay to acknowledge that, hey man, I'm on your side. So just phenomenal work from those two on a acting level, on a dramatic level. And the match comes to a conclusion when Kevin Owens has a match won for Team Brawling Brutes. We'll call them Team Brutes. But Sammy prevents the ref from completing the 3 count. And then turns on Kevin, hits him with a low blow after Kevin dodges a super kick from one of the Usos. I believe it was Jay. Hits him with the low blow, hits the haluva kick, sets him up, and allows Jay Uso to hit the Uso splash on Kevin Owens for the win for Team Bloodline. And then in the conclusion of the match, Jay finally accepts Sammy wholeheartedly into the Bloodline for his hard work during the War Games. And, cue up the Cool and the Gang, celebrate good times. Come on. It was a uh very nice conclusion to the Bloodline story, and it still leaves plenty of room for the Bloodline story to develop. So I'm very eager to see where that all goes. But the men's War Games match, I don't think it was nearly as entertaining as the women's War Games when it comes to spots. But in terms of raw storytelling, I think theirs was a superior version. So I thought it was nice and cool that they had 2 War Games matches that kind of fulfilled 2 different genres of wrestling. So there was a little bit of everything for everyone last night, and I really like that. You
Yeah.
need more of that. So all in all, a Survivor Series, I'd say was a pretty good pay-per-view, premium live event. Pardon me. The War
Premium
Games
live
match
view.
was good. Yes, perfect. The War Games matches were good. Balor and Styles was pretty good. The Shotzi Blackheart and Rooster happened. I'm glad it happened because now we've got these gifts forever and all time. And yeah, just top to bottom, pretty solid. Nothing like earth shattering. Nothing like I wouldn't say this pay per view premium live event was one of their best of the year or a must see event. But it was good for what it was. I was happy with it. I think it was solid. Solid B plus or B plus, B minus, maybe a C if we really take into account the kind of lulls that some of the singles matches gave us. But other than that, yeah, solid pay per view all around. And let's see. I played Civilization because they released their leader packs that I was talking about last week. So it unleashed the leaders for Congo, America, and Alt Persona for Arabia. And I played as all 3 civilizations that they released, or leaders rather. And it was funny because they called this the Great Negotiators pack, and all the Great Negotiators in this pack come jam packed with combat bonuses. So,
Nice.
there's no negotiation like warfare. It was 2 thumbs up for me. Just
Yeah,
solid
I
fun
mean
all around.
they are great negotiators. Either you accept their terms or die.
Exactly. Like, yeah. Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator. He's come to emancipate and chew bubblegum. And he's all out of bubblegum. And he will be emancipating whether you like it or not. Great combat bonuses for Abe Lincoln. Whenever he builds an industrial zone, he receives a free combat melee unit with no cost on it. No currency cost, no resource cost, just straight up free melee unit. And then for every building you build in the industrial zone, you get another free melee unit. So even with just 2 or 3 cities, you can pump out like in the Renaissance era, I think you can pump out 2 free melee units per city, and then in the industrial you can get 3. So yeah, you can basically by building basic infrastructure of your empire, you get a free military that comes with it at no cost, literally. So he's actually a great domination civ. Highly recommend domination game with Abraham Lincoln. Very fun. Very, very, very fun.
Ah, yes,
Congo,
Abe the Great.
yes, Abe the Great. Congo's new leader gives her civilization plus 10% to all yields in her empire as long as the city is on the same continent as her capital. This is the exact same ability of the Maya, except the Maya are constricted to only creating cities that acquire this bonus that are within 6 tiles of the capital. So every city within 6 tiles of the capital will get the plus 10% bonus to all yields. Any city outside that radius will suffer a negative 15% penalty to their yields. So Congo is them, but on steroids. And it's fabulous. And they're not really geared towards domination, but they're definitely encouraged to conquer anybody that shares their continent so that they can maximize the yield outputs of their abilities. And the Congo in base game already comes with a great classical era swordsman replacement unique unit, which actually does really help with early game conquest. So you could definitely very easily spawn out spawn on a continent with 1 or 2 neighbors, conquer them, take over the cities, keep those cities, and get that extra 10% of yields across your empire, and it's very good for catapulting yourself to a science victory. And even the religious victory, which isn't available to Congo in base game, with this new alternate leader, that does become an option. So that's cool to have a Congo leader that actually has all the win conditions available to them and also has absurd yields in the Empire. So I believe that's going to be one of the more popular civs to play going forward.
Yeah,
So
nice.
that yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And the final one, I believe it was the final one, is the alternate persona for Saladin of Arabia. And Base Kit Saladin is very religious and science focused. The persona for Saladin still maintains some of the religious aspects and kind of dumps the science aspect in favor of warfare. So his unique ability is a 100% boost, I believe, to flanking bonuses, and all that is once you unlock a certain civic, all your units get a flanking bonus. So when your melee units are adjacent to other melee units or any other military units, they would get a modifier that increases their strength by some certain number, depending on the era or the unit's base strength. So basically, for every 2 melee units you have next to each other, they would, like, let's say they have an extra 5% combat strength, or 5 points of combat strength, pardon me. So with Saladin, it would be an extra 10 points instead. So
Ah,
his thing is he gets really good at conquest so long as he's got a sizable military and he's keeping his units compact and not spreading out over the map. And this combat bonus, the flanking bonus, also applies to religious units, which, to my immediate recollection, I don't think religious units usually come with flanking bonuses. If they do, they're marginal comparative to the actual military units. I'm sure a flanking bonus of some sort exists, but it just usually doesn't come into play, especially because their religious units take a different type of resource they cost faith to build, and that's the only way you can build them. You can't produce them with production. You can't buy them with gold. You can only buy them with faith. So usually you're not going to have large apostle armies, and if you do have a few apostles on the map, you're usually going to have them scattered all over the place, trying to convert uh random amount of cities across the globe. But with Solitude, you actually want to consolidate all your apostles into one kind of mass that you will then use to enact a religious conquest across the globe, similar to your typical military conquest. Just keep all your apostles lined up together, have them go eat other missionaries, and then that will lower the religious pressure of that religion and instead increase yours. So he's actually a very good domination civ, very good religious civ, but a lot of his scientific bonuses got axed in favor of these new military bonuses. So that does hurt him a little bit, but it's not all that bad. And the 100% flanking bonuses is quite extraordinary. I don't think there's anyone else on the roster that has that ability. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that there is no one else. And it can snowball pretty quickly, especially once you start conquering your neighbor's military and their military becomes less compact. You will then be able to basically just dogpile on top of the AIs or competitors' units very efficiently.
Yeah.
And yeah, it can snowball greatly from there, the military conquests. So yeah, all three of the civs they released, not yesterday, yeah, last week. Very fun to play as. Very not nobody's been overpowered that I'm aware of. Congo comes close. Arabia is pretty decent in several factors, but nothing's like completely broken to a point where it's like, yeah, they should probably look into nerfing this, or there's nobody that's been too weak and it's been like, hey, they should probably look into buffing this. It's all been very very consistently strong, but not too over the top. So all the releases, I would say top tier, A plus. I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah. You know,
And that
for
wraps.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
For Saladin's alternate persona, I just like I like to imagine that they just use the alternate like namings that he has. So it's instead is like the normal version is Saladin, and then the new one is Salahadin.
Yeah, yeah, that would have been funny. But that wraps up my week. That's all I. Oh wait, I played Super Mario Kart last night, but I won't go over that too long because it was actually quite quick. I played Super Mario Kart a lot when I was little. Ruled at it when I was little. Played it again last night. Uh, had such a hard time with it. I could do all right, kind of on 50cc, but it's like once you get to 100, it's like whoa, those controls were a lot more slippery than I was remembering. So that was a fun revelation to make, like 15 years later or
Yeah,
20. I don't know how old I am.
you are yes old.
Yeah, I am yes old. But that wraps up my week.
All right. Well then, as for mine, let's see. Well, recently my niece wanted me to draw Barney.
The dinosaur?
Yes.
Oh.
So let me see if I can find that because I spent all of like maybe half an hour on it. I kind of just threw it together. She she didn't even look at it. That's the best part.
What?
Yeah. I don't know where to put this. Fuck it. I'll put it into the text channel. Just for the mix-ups.
I like it.
All right. I'm waiting on Discord. So this is the body I cobbled together in 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 seconds, fucking whatever, half an hour. Yes,
My God.
the scariest part of body is that he has no ears. But yeah, this is literally one layer. No, actually two layers.
Two layers.
Yeah,
Pencils and colors.
pretty much. Yeah. But yeah. So I did that. It's
Masterpiece. I
yes.
forgot Barney's torso was green.
So did I. I thought it was yellow,
Yeah. Like yellow or white. I don't remember it being green.
but on all of the pictures I found were various shades of green.
Nifty.
And then one that we might actually get some use out of is I sat down and made a possibly new thumbnail for the Terraria best of because I'm going through the effort of updating most, if not all, of the best ofs that we've had. Problem with the Terraria best of is that I can't really edit together a picture from where you just grab like a scene, whatever, or a frame of a scene from Terraria because it's fucking 2D.
Yeah.
Like it's not even just that it's 2D. It doesn't really have cinematics, and that's the bigger issue. So I had to improvise and actually just draw something, and did it? Did it not? It didn't. Cool. All right, 1 second. I need to copy this thing again. So
All right.
I made this like propaganda poster type thing, and like Beardo and your character turned out fine. Guile's face,
Oh, it's the logos
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I like it.
All right, nice. But yeah, I also made the propaganda poster that this would be because I figured, hey, whatever. Oh, it didn't copy again. Great. I'll grab my stuff. So will it work with me now? No. All right. If this doesn't work again, I'm just gonna copy the image. Fuck it, I'm copying the image. Shit doesn't want to work. Okay, fuck it, I'll just drag it in. I didn't want to do this because then we have to wait for it to upload. Like I go through all of the effort to actually upload it to my other Discord so we can just fucking like I can just copy it in and not have to wait for it to upload. But hey, there we go.
Join the one house city state of the Citizens Republic of the Hotel today. I like it.
Uh, I, I I didn't know what to do with the lettering, but I think I made the right choice in making it so all of it is the big propaganda text, and then when it comes to the title, it's just I mean we have to list all of the names, so it's small.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel about Guile. I kind of like that he's out of like he's so fucking out of place
Yeah.
with the style.
Yeah, I'm fond of that as well.
I could have done better with his legs, but I didn't feel like it. Too much effort. And Pablo, I don't know how I feel about the Pablo though. I tried to make him like to scale, but yeah.
Right.
I also
That
didn't know if
looks
I. Yeah, go ahead.
it looks like Pablo.
All right. I didn't know if I wanted to give him a fur coat or not, because he's a pimp.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah. And that's all of the art I did, I think. I believe so. Then, all I did was Kingdom Hearts video games wise, I think about it. So, I hope you're ready.
Oh boy.
So, I finished Kingdom Hearts 1. I liked it. The end boss is a piece of shit. Like, the final boss of the game is a piece of shit. The way they designed it was very not fun. So,
How's that?
Pink, what if I told you that the final boss has 4 phases, and then the fourth phase has 4 phases?
That's a lot of phases.
The final boss has 7 phases. Like,
That,
overall.
that's a lot. That's a lot of phases.
Yes.
I can't think of any boss that has that many phases. Hmm. Hmm. Well. Hmm.
I mean,
Oh, I'm kind of lost.
I feel like other bosses might have as many phases, but usually it's like usually those phases trigger at a certain percentage of health rather than entire health bars.
Right.
This guy has 7 health bars.
Woo!
Yeah, and
That's
so
something.
yeah, and I didn't even do the secret bosses because I was like, well, fuck that. Like you know, I was barely like able to beat this thing. I don't think I'm gonna spend like another like day fighting Sephiroth. But yeah. So, uh, I guess I'll explain the boss to you, and then you can tell me if this sounds fun to fight.
All right.
So, the boss is just a guy. He has a stand. He has a ghost that flies behind him that can do things independently. He attacks with the stand. He attacks normally. He flies. Fuck you. But also, uh, he has this attack. So he has this attack where if the stand grabs you, then he puts a ball into you. And from that point forward, he gets a new attack where he can put a ball around himself, and the ball damages you. Also,
Okay.
also, if the ball is inside you, if the stand grabbed you, then it can during any point in time grab you, and it did or rather change out your attack command to freeze. At which point it grabs you. It changes to freeze a lot, and the guy spams pretty much nothing but the ball. The ball deals like 50 to 75% damage, so
Ooh.
just don't get grabbed. Forehead.
Sounds like it.
This is phase 1.
That's phase one.
Yeah, that's phase 1.
Good lordy.
Phase 2 is just the tutorial boss again. It's a different guy. Just whatever. Sure, you meet the tutorial boss again. It's not even changed at all. It's literally just the tutorial boss.
Yeah.
Phase 3 is the same as phase 1, except now he has a charge attack where he runs at you and can teleport.
Okay.
So still, don't get grabbed. Then you get to phase 4. Phase 4 triggers a completely different boss. That is still the same guy. Oh, but he's also God.
Oh no.
Like there's this big mech that's attached to him that used to be his stand, and he's also half naked now for some reason.
Oh man.
And in this form, he has like one of those fucking those Darth Maul dual side or dual bladed sabers.
Yeah.
There's an actual name for those. I just never remember, so I always just call them that, even though these are normal swords. But yeah, so at this point, You have to fight the guy's body, his normal-ish sized body, when he takes up all of the screen space. You have to fly close to him and hit his body to actually damage him. Alright, by the way, he has melee attacks. And he can also summon homing balls that shoot lasers at you. The lasers also deal 50%. No, the lasers deal like 25. But still, the lasers deal 25% damage.
Okay.
Alright. So you get this phase down. This is phase 1 of phase 4.
What the heck?
Yeah. This is not phase 1 of phase 4. If you get phase 1 of phase 4 down to his last health bar, because by the way, this guy has like four or five of them each phase. So you get him down to his last health bar. He then constantly is summoning the boss that shoot lasers at you that deal 25% damage, while also attacking melee. Also attacking melee. And you have to beat him while dodging the lasers, while also dodging his sword.
No.
This proved impossible to me, so I had to do the fucking biggest fetch quest of the game and gather all of the box dogs, because the all of the 101 Dalmatians were shoved into boxes for some reason.
What? What?
Yeah. No, not all of 101, but 99 of them were shoved into boxes.
Oh, so 2 of them are dead?
No, two of them are the parents.
I never realized that the 101 include the parents.
Yeah, me neither.
Huh. Learn something new every day.
Yeah. But yeah, so the parents ask you to gather their children throughout all of the worlds in the game. So I had to go on a fetch quest. Thankfully, like just normally playing through the game, I found half of them. Like I found 50, but just playing through the game normally. So they didn't have to do a whole lot. But still, that's still like 49 other Dalmatians that I had to find. So go through all of the levels. Just find all of the box dogs to get the spell that makes it so you don't take as much damage and repels projectiles.
Ah.
With that, I'm finally able to get past phase 1 of phase 4.
Nice.
Phase 2 and 3 of phase 4 are fine. Phase 2 and 3 are just like, okay, so here's a couple of stationary lasers that you can actually kill. They will keep shooting lasers at you, but also if you kill them, they won't. They can't. They're dead. So, whatever. Like, that was more easier to handle, and also to do that, there was some neat teaming with that, because by the way, like you do phase 1, like the actual bosses, phase 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. Actually, no, you only do 1. Shit. I beat this game like 3 days ago, and I'm already confused, but whatever. So keep in mind, Pink, throughout all this, like throughout the whole game, you're in a party of 3. It's Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And if you get hit as Sora, or whatever, if you're near that as Sora, you can just kite the enemy into Donald and Goofy, and one of them will take care of them. So phase 1, like the normal guy with the stand and the grab and balls, you fight the first phase with Donald and Goofy. After that, they're locked out. Donald and Goofy do not help you fight the tutorial boss, or the first phase again, which is the third phase, or phase 1 of phase 4. You have to beat that shit. You have to beat that shit alone.
Oh no.
And then phase 2 and 3 of phase 4 is when you unlock Donald and Goofy again. And then phase 4 is the last health bar of phase 1 again. Of phase 1 of phase 4 again. So he's constantly shooting lasers. And he also, if memory serves, he also gets a new attack where there's just a wall of lasers around him, so you can't attack him.
Oh.
But that didn't stop me. I was just like, all right, Donald, just keep like casting healing spells on me. I'm gonna keep casting the spell that makes me take less damage, and hopefully I can tank this. I did. The best part is Donald died. Donald tried helping, and he got caught up in the lasers. Goofy
Oh
Goofy
no.
died before him. But yeah. So that's phase four of phase four. After that, you actually beat the game. But like, imagine doing all of this without a break, because all of these phases lead into each other.
Oh no, I don't like that at all.
Like the only break you get is if you die, then you only have to restart the last phase that you were on.
Ah.
So at least it's not like it could have been a lot worse, but still, fuck that.
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, but like aside from that, I had a lot of fun with the game. Like I just didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't like the big bosses like Giant Ursula or Cherubog. And like they all share the same thing with the final boss, the phase four of the final boss. I mean, where they
Eh.
fill the screen, or actually they're bigger than the screen, and you're just flying around them, and you're attacking them with your air moves and stuff like that. It just didn't like, it wasn't as fun as actually like being able to decide how you attack and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
the other bosses had very fun gimmicks. Like, I think his name is Oogie Boogie, the burlap sack guy from Nightmare Before
Yeah,
Christmas.
yeah, that's him.
Like his gimmick is, you're playing roulette. If you guess the right number, or no, actually, he's playing roulette with you, summoning monsters that way. If you beat the monsters, then you can guess which block he will stand on, and if he stands on the right block, then he gets locked in there with you, and you have to then you can get to beat him up.
Okay.
Or like, I don't know who else to point out really, because usually like there's three types of bosses in Kingdom Hearts 1. There's the bosses who are really pushovers because you can just stand on their like their head and you hit them in the head while you're standing on it and they die.
Sure.
There's there's the bosses that do weird shit and have gimmicks like Oogie Boogie, and there's the giants like Chernobog and Ursula. Ursula is weird because Ursula has two phases. In her first phase, it's an imaginative gimmicky boss fight because she's casting spells or she's like making brewing something in her pot pretty much, and then you just have to add your own magic to it to make it blow up in her face, and then you can attack her.
Okay.
And then that part was fine. Like it took me a while to figure out that that's how it worked, but you know that was a fun idea. I liked that. It was imaginative. And then once you take down all of her health that way, she's just like, okay, Mighty Morphin time, and she becomes big. And after that, I just beat her the same way I beat all of the other giant bosses, which is to say, I put on the spell that makes it so I take less damage, and then I just fucking wailed on her while Donald was on the sidelines, hopefully healing me. Because the idea with those bosses is that you're supposed to play like very defensively and just take your time and stuff. I don't have time to take my time. I don't have the attention span to take my time. I'll just tank this shit. I don't need to try and run away from Ursula sucking me in if I'm already in her mouth, cutting it up with my key. But yeah. Then I played or tried to play is more apt, but I tried to play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Now, before this whole ordeal, I have played a couple of Kingdom Hearts games, but never to completion. Like, I played one on the DS. I think that I don't remember which one it is. I thought it was I thought it was Chain of Memories, but no, I did actually play that. I might have played that one as well, but it was a GPA game, so no. There was this one game on the DS where they went through the like memory fragments of Sora, which would put it after Rechain of Memories because of lore. I'll get there, but
Oh man.
I don't know which one it is, and I don't know how they adapted it. They probably did the same thing as 365, 358, yeah, 359. I don't fucking remember. Whatever. 359 over 2 days.
Ones and numbers.
Yeah. Like that was a DS game. I think I also tried starting that up, and then I went. That's a lot of exposition for things I don't know, and then I quit. But yeah, like I played a couple of the DS ones, and then that's been pretty much my experience. Like I played that for like an hour, and then that's it. The prior. So, Rechain of Memories is a remake of a GBA game where they took some elements of Kingdom Hearts 2 and some elements of Kingdom Hearts 1 and made it into a card game.
Oh.
But you see, it's different because it's bad. No, but
Oh no.
Okay, Pink, let me explain why I think it's bad. And you can tell me how it sounds to you. Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories is a 3D beat 'em up real-time card game.
It already sounds bad.
Yeah. Like the game would be a lot more fun. I don't know about a lot more fun if simply it was a turn-based game, because then I can actually take a look at my cards, just look at what the enemy is doing, and then work off of that, because that's how card games work.
Yeah.
In this game, you put up a card, and sometimes the enemy has a higher card, sometimes they don't. If you're attacking something like here's really the best way I can try and visualize the problem I have with this. So you're one guy. Donald and Goofy have been turned into cards. You have to summon them specifically, and they will come out and do an attack and then go away. So you're just a guy on the field. There's still as many enemies as there were in the normal game of Kingdom Hearts 1, which was a 3D beat 'em up hack and slash game.
Yeah.
All of the enemies have their own decks.
Now that's just complicated.
They don't have a shared deck. They have their own decks. Every single enemy.
Decks.
Yes, every single enemy. If you put up a card, if you're fighting like a guy, if you're fighting some random douche, you put up a card, because the actual card game part isn't hard. It's just big number go brr, pretty much. That's the card game aspect. They could have got a lot more imaginative with that one as well, but whatever. So you're just like, okay, I'm gonna put up this card that has 7 on it, because then the only way they can break the card, which is cutting off your move and instead doing their own. The only way they can break the card is if they have something higher than a 7 or a 0. Only for some random motherfucker on the other side of the map that you're not even fighting to put up a card with 8. You don't get to attack. Fuck you. That's been my experience. It's just like, and not only that, but they also implemented some of the game design of the hack and slash game into this card game. So like, there's an enemy type called a big body. They're these big fat dudes. You can only attack them if you hit them on the top of their head or behind. You can't hit them from the front. They're also tracking like shit. So if you try to walk around them, then you just can't. Like, they need some distraction to look towards, so that you can actually get behind them. Which is why Donald and Goofy are helpful, because sometimes Donald and Goofy will just rail on their front and not do any damage, and you can sneak around and hit them. Starting to see the problem?
Yeah.
Donald and Goofy are not here. Donald and Goofy are fucking in the heart of the cards. And so there were multiple instances where I was fighting a team of enemies, and the last guy that's left is one of these big bodies, and I can actually beat it because I can't go behind it, because if I do, it just turns on a dime. It turns like on the spot. It just turns around as I try to jump over it, and I can deal damage from the front. Like the only way to deal damage from the front is magic. So if you exhaust all of your magic cards, or just didn't get to pick them up, because by the way, all card drops are random, then go fuck yourself. And then to just fucking make it even better, as I've said, all card drops are random. So if you beat a random encounter, you may not get a card. If you break some random barrel on the map, you may get a card. May. But there's no guarantee that you'll ever get a card. Like the only cards you'll get are key cards, which you get for doing the story, and I'll get there. Which you get for doing the story through the map. But the key cards are not attack cards.
Okay.
So the only cards that you're guaranteed to actually get are your basic deck, whatever you can find and buy in the shop, and the key cards, which are useless for anything that other than progression.
Oof.
So the game expects you to grind away all of the enemies in every room every time you enter it, and hopefully you'll get a deck.
Yeah.
So I spent 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so, trying to giving this game a chance, because I was like, well, like I don't mind card games necessarily. Like I like Slay the Spire. It's one of my favorite indie games. But Slay the Spire is also turn-based. You have to keep in mind. And the enemies can just like fucking decide that they don't want to take your attack, and just don't. But they can, but it's literally one of like a rare boss. So I'll accept it there. But yeah, so after 2.5 hours, I played it on normal initially, because I played through the Kingdom Hearts 1 on normal. So I was like, well, it was challenging, but if it wasn't too challenging, I can try this. I got to a big plateau, but I just couldn't deal damage, and I ran into a big body. And I went, okay, fuck it. Maybe I need to play on easy, because I don't know what that changes. I didn't play the other game on easy. Maybe like there's a higher chance of dropping cards or something. All right, 32 easy. I did get further, and I still got stuck on the big body. And by the way, like, well, I don't have you even seen like Kingdom Hearts? Like, have you even looked at gameplay videos of Kingdom Hearts or something?
Yeah, I saw somebody play it a long time ago.
All right. So what's one of the big things that you remember from it? From the worlds, I mean specifically.
The Worlds?
Yeah.
Uh, I I don't know. It was hmm. I to me there wasn't really much different in the world of Kingdom Hearts as there was from any other 3D platformer at the time, like Pac-Man World 2. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the area they were playing in was all like green and foresty, which was kind of standard for the time.
That could have been Wonderland, or the Hundred Acre Woods. But yeah, Wonderland looks shit on purpose, by the way. I don't know why they did that. Well, I do know why they did, but like Wonderland is very like obviously supposed to be fake. I don't know, and I can't tell you exactly why. But yeah. So like the thing is, like you said, 3D platformers. There's interesting or somewhat interesting level design to accommodate platforming and stuff like that. And they also try to adapt the Disney worlds.
Right.
The worlds in Kingdom Hearts: Three Chain of Memories are squares.
Squares?
Yeah. There's instead of these rooms with actual layouts and shit, you get squares. Sometimes
Interesting.
sometimes there's a jump, not always though.
Ah,
Like you get squares, you get three doors at most, or at least from what I saw. But yeah, that's it. That's your lot. That's your level.
wow.
Yeah, and to put insult to injury, most of the story, because they do advance the overarching lore, and I might get there. We'll see, but I'm not promising that one. But even though they do advance the overarching lore, most of the game's story is just Kingdom Hearts 1. Because the overarching narrative of Kingdom Hearts Region of Memories is following the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, literally the end credits scene. Sora, Donald, and Goofy go into a building, go into this castle, where the deeper they get into the castle, the more their memories get wiped.
Mm.
And whenever they go into a world inside this castle, mind you, that's why everything is squares. If they go into a world that they've met or they've been to, they meet people they have met and see things that have happened to them because they're made of their memories. But the people in their memories don't remember them. So we have to do the same thing that we did in Kingdom Hearts 1 again. Because
Oh,
we're going through literally going through the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 as these characters remembered it.
I see.
And then the other plot thread is well, let's not get there yet. I'll get there. We'll see how deep we get. Because I nearly plunged us off into the deep end, but I don't know how much you can follow even now. Because like I think I'm like four layers deep. I understand too much.
There's a lot of layers.
Yeah, like I was going to say, like before I started the Kingdom Hearts talk, I thought about saying, well, you might not believe this, but thus far, with where I am in the series, I actually understand what's going on.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't believe me either. But yeah, then actually no, I have to punch this off from the deep end because 365 over 2 days doesn't make sense otherwise. I'll say the gameplay of that game's remake is really good. They removed all of the gameplay. It's a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. They would have had to try and make sense of the game being on a DS and not touchpad, which we don't really have anymore.
Right.
Like the PS4 and the PS5 would have it, but like this isn't a PlayStation exclusive, so probably the better idea to just cut the game pretty much and just put the story in as a thing you can watch.
Yeah.
I do really appreciate though how they cut it up so you can just like there's a chapter select and you can select literally any day, and most of these days are like 3 seconds long.
Well,
But yeah. So the plot of Rechain of Memories, the actual plot of that game instead of just the rehashing of Kingdom Hearts 1 is, well, as I said, the castle stuff. There's the shadowy organization, which I don't know how much you know about Kingdom Hearts lore. Shit. There's a shadowy organization of people in black coats called Organization 13. This is how they get introduced. They are the people who are running this castle that that that's erasing the people's memories inside of it. They lured both Sora and Riku. By the way, near the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, Riku lost his heart. And like whenever people say heart, just imagine they said soul in this game.
Okay.
Like Riku lost his soul. Riku's soul exited his body, and Ansem took it over. And by the way, I'm in the early parts of Kingdom Hearts 2 right now. They still have yet to mention Xehanort. I don't know how he'll tie into any of this, but he's Ansem too. Everyone's Ansem, even me. But so yeah. So Riku turned into Ansem. Mickey Mouse, supreme ruler of all, actual god, Mickey Mouse, rescued his soul and helped him close the Kingdom Hearts, which changed the meanings between the two games. I don't know when. But
Oh man.
there's just this big disconnect, because the Kingdom Hearts in Kingdom Hearts 1 is a door. Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 365 over 2 days and onwards is the moon in a heart shape.
Okay.
And it's also a collection of souls.
Okay.
So, Mickey Mouse befriends Riku's lost soul. Somehow, Riku gets a corporeal body, even though he's a soul. Don't question it. He's also summoned into this place where they erase people's memories, so that the organization 13 can either take control of Sora or clone Riku.
Okay.
They fail. This is Chain of Memories pretty much. They fail. That's it. Clone Riku goes berserk and kills the people he was supposed to keep alive, and then drops dead when he sees the real Riku.
Oh man. Sounds complicated.
And then Sora's memories. So by the way, to steal people's memories, they were using a witch named Namine, who is
They were using a what?
I'll get there. So I need to take a step back so I can explain that step again, because it doesn't make sense. I realized in the middle of saying it. So the main three of Kingdom Hearts, the main group of characters that it's centered around, are Riku, Sora, and Kairi. They all come from the same island. Riku and Sora are rivals. Kairi is Sora's love interest.
Okay.
During the events of Kingdom Hearts 1, Kairi's heart is taken. Her soul is also gone, but she lives because fuck Riku, I guess. But yeah, and so when a person's soul is lost, when their heart is taken, they become a heartless. One of the monsters in the game. Well, actually, all of the monsters in the game, they're all different kinds of heartless. But if someone has a strong enough soul, or yeah, pretty much, then the soul that exists in their body, the body becomes the heartless, and the soul, if strong enough, becomes a nobody because it doesn't have a body.
Okay.
I sound like I'm fucking mental. I love this series. This will be on the test pick. Don't worry.
Oh no! I haven't been taking notes.
So, the person who is taking people's memories in the place, the castle where they take people's dead memories, is Kyrie's heart or Kyrie's nobody
Okay.
called Namine, because nobodies have their own personalities and names. Sometimes. Then yeah, so Sora's memories are broken by Namine. Like she pulls them apart too good, and like it's the Chain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories is a story about gaslighting, and Namine gaslights Sora too much, and she has to put him into cryo sleep so that she can unfuck his brain. By the way, Namine is a witch. That's why she can do this. Just don't question it.
Okay.
365 days? Well, yeah, whatever. Oh wait, I didn't mention, by the way. I forgot one part. During the events of Kingdom Hearts 1, once again, Sora kills himself.
Oh,
There's
casually?
yeah. There's a part. So after they stole Kyrie's soul bound herself to Sora. So to give Kyrie her soul back, he had to kill himself. And you even get to play as his Heartless. But this matters because of course Sora's soul was strong enough to get a nobody. Kingdom Hearts 365 over 2 days. It's 358 or 59 over 2 days, I think. Whatever, fuck it. Is the story of how Sora's nobody joined Organization 13 and then also left.
Oh.
So, Organization 13 consists of, as I've said, they're the shadowy organization doing bad things. It's full of nobodies. And all of the characters have an X added to an anagram of their normal name. So Sora becomes Roxas. There's also other characters like this that are named very very well, like Lee, Lae, or no, actually Lea, whatever. Fuck it, I don't know. Lee becomes Axel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
So Kingdom Hearts 258 over 2 days. 12? Is it over 12 days? Who gives a fuck? So it is pretty much just an extended prologue to Kingdom Hearts 2. Because in Kingdom Hearts 2, and this is where I am in the series, so we don't have too much to go on anymore. So Kingdom Hearts 2 starts off with Roxas living his fake life after they. Oh yeah, shit! I need to mention this as well. I forgot. So during. Oh shit! So. So Kingdom Hearts 365 over 12 days. Fucking Treasure Drop Part 3. It's it has appearances by both Mickey and Riku, who have taken up making sure that Donald. By the way, that not only is Sora in cryo sleep, so is Donald and Goofy because they didn't want to leave to get left out. So
What?
yeah, well let's let them more that Namine fucked their memories up too. So
Man, but that was Donald's chance to take over Disney.
yeah,
Can't believe he would walk out on that.
so those three are in cryo sleep. Because of that, Riku was given a chance to also get into cryo sleep so that Namine can remove the darkness from his heart. I'll just let that sentence linger. but he didn't take it because he might need the darkness. So uh he put on Organization 13 coats, and so did Mickey Mouse, so that actual Organization 13 can't find them.
All right.
And that's just a dumb thing to me because it's like, all right, these codes mask their scent so they can't find out that you're not one of them. I guess, I don't know. Like, how does that work? Don't they use it to recognize each other? Isn't that the whole point of having like uniforms? Anyway,
Good question.
yeah. So anyway, uh, a new member joins Organization 13 during the numbers game. That's what I'll call it. The the slightly bit over a year and a half maybe game. Yeah. So a 14th member joins Organization 13, thus making their name untrue.
Oh, this is true.
And turns out she's a fake. Her name is Shion. Roxas falls in love with her pretty much, and then he has to find out. Oh no, she's fake. Also, she's also she's stealing my life force. I'm going to die.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It's never a good revelation to come upon.
So they made a clone from Sora's memories. Organization 13 made a clone of Sora, kind of, but not really, because instead of an actual clone of Sora, which they already had because they have Sora's nobody, they made a Kairi from Sora's memories, and that's what Shion is. Shion is what Kairi looks like in Sora's memories. And the whole game is them going back and forth over whether or not Namine should get Shion destroyed so that she can actually put Sora's mind together, because Sora, like, it's been a fucking year and a half. Sora is still in cryo sleep. She should have been done with this by now, but because Sora's some important memories of Sora are locked be inside Shion, she can't.
Mm.
Similarly, Roxas also has memories of Sora, so he also has to die, but not yet, because they can just knock him out, steal his memories, make him into pretty much an entirely new person aside from his connection to Sora. And that should do for now. He'll have to find Sora and then just decide he'll die. So then, after all of this, Kingdom Hearts 2, you live like a couple of days as Roxas. He's a guy. I actually genuinely really like his design. I think it's cool. let me see if I
Nice.
can let me see if I can find a picture. I like it better than Sora's because Sora plays off of plays off of Mickey Mouse a lot, and like Sora, like, my problem with Sora's design is that he is actually very reminiscent of Mickey Mouse. It just looks really goofy on a normal person. So yeah, it's this guy. Is it not gonna? Okay, there we go. Now I don't know what's up with pasting stuff today.
Oh, wait, is it in the general voice?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I was looking at it. None of the channels are updating. I see.
So yeah, like it's not the most elaborate design, but I like it.
Yeah.
But
The only
yeah,
thing I really don't like is the checkers on this jacket thing.
yeah, the front of it looks weird. The back, it looks fine on the back, if memory serves. But yeah, I especially like the weird pens. Cause like
Yeah,
why did you
they're
have
fun.
yeah? Cause like why did you have the chaps layers? But I guess but I guess it does look cool. So whatever.
It's forgivable.
Yeah. I also this is one of those things that people point this out as like this is why Nomura's character design sucks. And I disagree. I think it's a charming thing, but like, look at his fucking shoes. Why does he have uh what shall I call it? Fuck, I need to look it up. Why does he have a shoelace coming out from the front? It is going up. Like
That's a good question.
how do you tie this shoe?
I'm not even sure if those are laces.
Well, they're
I'm
they're
not sure.
ribbons, I think, but wait a
It's like
second.
the lace things where the shoelaces would be don't seem to have a shoelace pattern to it. It just looks like a straight line across the shoe into a buckle.
Yeah. I guess they might just be ribbons, just tied in the front.
Yeah.
But then still how do what do
How
you
do,
what do you do with the front?
right?
Fucking Azur's shoe design. But yeah. So in Kingdom Hearts 2, this guy realizes that he lives in a simulation, and then breaks out of the simulation, looks at Sora, and goes, "Guess I'll die," and then he does. Not even on screen. He just disappears and Sora wakes up.
Nice.
Yeah. So Rejoice Spring, this is all the Kingdom Hearts lore that I know so far. Did it actually like make sense, or did I go all over the place a bit too much for that? Because I
It
can see
makes
that.
minimal sense because I already have a minimal knowledge of some Kingdom Hearts stuff. So I can kind of keep up.
All right then, yeah. Because to me, most of this makes sense, but then also I spent the last week looking at this, so
Right.
and also the game was usually like they instead of opting for putting the games into release order, they put the games chronologically, so they actually make some fucking sense.
Ah.
So they did everything in their power to actually make the story make sense.
Effort was made.
Yeah. One thing that I need to point out is the music. I need to go back and see if there's still an upload of the original PS2 version of the intro sequence for one. But the version of Simple and Clean that they used for the remix isn't my jam. Like it's too weird because because Simple and Clean is it's a slow song. Like it's it's supposed to be a big and emotional piece, and then you turn on Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix. That's the actual name of the game.
Ah.
You turn that on, and it's you with Simple and Clean dance remix, and I don't know where you would use that. Definitely in the rhythm game that came out recently, but still, like when that came out, that version came out, there was nowhere for a long while, and I don't know how you use it, but I feel like it takes away from the intro because
Yeah.
it doesn't have the same feel. On the opposite
Yeah.
end, the intro to Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't know if it's a remix, it probably is, but the intro to Kingdom Hearts 2 is fucking good. The Like it's so good that they use it for 359 over 12 days, 2 days. I'm actually looking this up. Fuck it. 358 over 2 days.
All right.
But yeah, they used it for that game too. Both the intro and the both as the intro and the outro songs. And I can't blame them. That song is fucking good. Similarly, I'm probably gonna see if Square doesn't fucking send ninjas after me. And considering that I would have to fight on both Disney and Square ninjas, I might need to reconsider. But
Yeah, I don't like your chances against that. No.
it's fine. I have the power of Keyblade, and I don't know. I'll put and I'm supposed to be the one who puts the fucking who fills their dark souls with light. So yeah. But the Gummy Ship team is on. Well, not even the Gummy Ship team. There's this menu team that they play when you're in the Gummy menu, but not when you're actually building something, I think, or when you're flying it. And that team is really fucking good.
Mm.
Like the music has been fine overall for the series. Like their takes on either the pieces from the original movies or their like orchestral pieces or stuff like that. But sometimes things like Simple and Clean or other things like that slip in. And it's really good.
Nice.
And then finally the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 2, so we can close out on this topic. They improved a lot. The combat has been improved tenfold. I'll go as far as to say that. The combat was fine in Kingdom Hearts 1. And then they went, okay, so what if we take Final Fantasy, Advent Children, and made that the gameplay? Like just, what if you can just fly for no fucking reason? Why not? Like I'm sure that there's people who would dislike this about the game, but like, actually, I can even point this out because I wanted to. I found it very humorous how when I got to the final boss, I follow, but I don't really follow a guide. I have a guide open in case I need it. Is how I can put it for games like these that are RPGs and with missable stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I say I don't follow news and stuff, but really I just don't want to get lost in the levels. I use it a lot more to get out of levels when I don't know where I need to go exactly than I do to
Yeah.
find treasure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when I got to the final boss of Kingdom Hearts 1, the guide said, this is where the game gets really Japanese. And I'm like, bitch, did you play the rest of the game? Like I know it has Donald Duck and Goofy, but like the game, the first boss of the game is on a manifestation of the heart of the darkness. Is the heart nest. The darkness.
Artist.
A manifestation of the darkness inside of the protagonist's heart. This game is fucking anime as fuck. Like I don't know what you're on. And Kingdom Hearts 2, if you somehow didn't play Kingdom Hearts 1, well, for one, good luck trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. But for two, you play like, I want to say an hour, maybe two before you get Roxas actually, like, Roxas regains his memories, and that means that he unlocks all of his abilities for one fight. And in that one fight, holy shit, do you become anime? Just very anime. Because he's dual wielding keyblades, flying, and just throwing the keyblades. Like there's Also, by the way, like running on a flame ball, like I want to say like five different things at the same time, but I can't because I don't have enough mounts yet. But but yeah, like that's they did a great job trying to make the game feel like once again the Advent Children fight scenes where it's just like, okay, so what's the coolest thing we can, like, what's the coolest, most anime thing that we can do? All right, do that. And that's the gameplay of
Yeah.
this game. Like I thought, I'm a low level still in the game. Like, you know, I'm appropriate level for the levels, but I'm still early game. I had a fight where I didn't touch the ground because they changed the combat mechanic in a way where a lot of the combat, or a lot of the combat can be, but it's not forced on you. A lot of the combat can be very interactive, and to give you the option, sometimes during combat, there's green pop-ups that prompt you to press triangle or Y on Xbox to do a special attack that you can't do normally, but the game allows you to do it now. And these,
Oh.
or just, you know, a special evade that's the same thing where you can't normally evade the attack, but whatever, just have an evade. Or it's not even that you can normally, because these become the normal ways you evade those attacks, but you wouldn't normally be able to through your other controls. And there was a boss that kept throwing lightning, and the lightning arced from the boss to me. And if you dodge the lightning, Sora just flies towards the boss through the arc. And I was like,
Mm.
shit, that's actually kind of cool. Like, not the fact that, not the whole, like, not the actual visuals of it or whatever, but the fact that they went through through the trouble of putting in the mechanics, and they don't feel bad. So yeah, the Kingdom Hearts 2 has been very nice so far. I mean, it's I have been enjoying it a bit less than one, but that's just because I haven't really been to movies that I remember liking as a child. Because
Yeah.
I'm somewhere in the middle of Beauty and the Beast. I liked Beauty and the Beast, and I've liked this word so far. It's the story that they put forward to it isn't the best, and it's also kind of a rehash because both Belle and the Beast were in Kingdom Hearts 1 as well. So it's like, well, I've seen these guys already. They
Yeah.
don't really wow me. And the
Yeah.
other world that I've been to has been Mulan, and I didn't like Mulan growing up, so I've seen it at least once, but I didn't watch it a whole lot. Like, you know, it's a thing of like, I've seen Mulan once or twice. I've seen Beauty and the Beast. I want to say like 15 times,
Right.
or like the Little Mermaid like 25 times. So, you know, that's a difference of how much I how there's a different that's the difference between a movie I liked and a movie I didn't.
Yeah.
And there's also like some weird fucking cuts that they did for the summons as well. Cause like, you want to know the first summon that you get in Kingdom Hearts 2?
What is it?
Chicken Little.
Chicken Little?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Nobody watched Chicken Little.
I did. It sure was a movie. But I look forward to visiting the Brother Bear planet.
Oh no, was that Disney too?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no. No, I actually think I like Brother Bear.
Yeah, and I like Brother Bear as well. Then again, then again, like, I remember pointing out one of the things that I liked about Brother Bear was that the guy turned into a bear. So that's funny. But yeah, I actually don't think that there is a Brother Bear world unless you can Winnie the Pooh. And I could actually check real quick because my guide is two clicks away. But yeah, there's also changes that they made in the worlds because like there are some returning worlds like Olympus. Just say it with the weirdest fucking Greek accent. But yeah, Olympus. It came back, but it's an actual level, whereas in the first game it's Bloody Palace. So it's just a challenge run, pretty much in the first game. And yeah, no, I know there is in fact no Brother Bear level in two, maybe three. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I've been enjoying Kingdom Hearts a lot. I think it would be fun to record eventually if we feel like it, but also once again we need to keep in time the amount of time it takes to actually finish one of these games. And the first game only took me like 20 hours. If we get a guide and if I do it like if we get a guide and I won't be doing it on my first time, that will be reduced a lot. At the same time, fucking getting all of the bugs dogs again.
Yeah, yeah.
And the games would still take on at least around as long as Spider-Man, and that game wasn't the shortest either. So,
True.
and then two, I can't actually tell how I won't be able to tell how long two is because according to my save file, I've been playing the game for like 12 hours, but at least 6 of those were just in the pause menu. So I don't think I trust that, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
because I yesterday I left the game running while I was doing other stuff. So it thinks that I was playing the game for like 14 hours, and I haven't actually been playing the game for that long. Uh, let's see. Anything else that I particularly want to hit about Kingdom Hearts? Not really. It's fun. I'm enjoying it.
No,
Like unless three shits the bed really hard, I'm low key starting to look forward to Kingdom Hearts 4, which was already announced.
nice.
And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I've done.
All right.
So
Well, in that case, we can call that a podcast, I do believe.
yeah. So Pink,
Yeah.
I don't know what dumb Kingdom Hearts reference I can make. I've run out of them. Uh, Whatever. Fuck it. Just say bye.
Goodbye.